Guardians of Dominion, Zeus speaking. The Byrna Event Map hides a strategic trap most players will miss, and it could cost you huge value if you approach it the wrong way. The real power of this event isn't the towers, it's something far deeper. Watch this carefully. Today we finally get our first look at the new Hero Event Map for Byrna, and this one was actually first highlighted by Kirkais. When I looked at it for the first time, one thing immediately stood out. This map is built very differently compared to most of the event maps we usually see in Hero Wars. So let's walk through it carefully because the mechanics here are important to understand. The first thing you will notice are the generators. If you played the Winterfest event, this system will feel somewhat familiar because we had generators there as well. However, the way they are activated this time is slightly different, and the detail changes how players should approach the event. The generators have multiple levels. The first and second levels are activated using Valor coins, which means those coins immediately become a core currency in this event. Then, once you move past the first two levels, things change. The third, fourth, and fifth levels of the generators require medallions instead. So progression through the generator levels is split between these two currencies. Another important thing to understand is that all 5 generators follow the same activation structure. The costs scale in the same pattern, first with Valor coins and later with medallions. That consistency makes the system easier to manage once you understand the flow. Now let's talk about what these generators actually give us. There are 5 different generators, each tied to a different type of resource. One generator produces glyph runes, another generates elemental catalyst, another one gives skin stone chests, one produces artifact chests, and finally there is a generator for primal catalyst. Because of this design, my first recommendation is very simple. Your main focus should be on the generators themselves, not on the map. Of course we will still analyze the map and the towers because they matter, but in events like this the long-term value usually comes from the generators. We already saw how powerful that system was during the Winterfest event. There is however one big difference this time. In Winterfest some generators produced emeralds, which made them extremely valuable. This time none of the generators produce emeralds, which slightly changes the priorities. Even so, the artifact generator still looks very important, especially for players who are actively developing their heroes. On the screen you can also see the hourly production values for each generator. These numbers are important because they determine how much value you gain over time. In upcoming content I plan to go much deeper into this system. I will break down each generator, calculate the expected output, and build detailed tables so we can clearly see which generators provide the best return. I also plan to create a dedicated calculator page where you will be able to enter your generator level and see exactly how many resources you will receive during the event. That will make planning much easier. One thing we still do not know yet is when the generators will unlock. During Winterfest the generators did not all activate on day 1. Instead, they were released gradually in phases, with a new generator unlocking every few days. At the moment we do not have confirmation whether Byrna's event will follow the same structure or if all generators will be available immediately. Now that we understand the generators, let's shift our attention to the map itself. This map contains 4 towers, each offering different rewards. Starting with the tower in the upper left corner, this one gives an exclusive skin stone and 10 pattern chests. This reward tells us something important about Byrna's development. Her skin will not use the standard skin stones system. Instead, it will likely require exclusive skin coins, which means upgrading it will follow a slightly different path compared to normal skins. To reach this tower you will need 18 explorer moves, which is a moderate investment compared to the rest of the map. Moving to the next tower, we can see a reward of 15,000 Valor coins, and reaching it requires 8 Explorer moves. These Valor coins are extremely valuable because they are needed for 2 key purposes during the event. First, they are required to activate generator levels, and second, they can be used to obtain Byrna's soul stones. On the right side of the map there are 2 additional towers. The first of these gives 80,000 Valor coins and 15 pattern chests, and reaching it requires 21 Explorer moves. The final tower offers 100,000 Valor coins and 2,000 golden threads, but it requires 23 Explorer moves to reach. If we look at the full structure of the map, something becomes clear. There do not appear to be any shortcuts or alternate routes that reduce the cost. From what I can see, exploring the entire map will require exactly 60 Explorer moves. So if your goal is full exploration, that is the number you should keep in mind. 60 moves to clear everything and collect all tower rewards. So overall, the Byrna Event Map brings a very interesting structure. The biggest takeaway is clear: the real value of this event will come from the generators, while the map itself provides additional rewards through the 4 towers. To explore the entire map and collect everything, you will need 60 Explorer moves, so planning your resources will be extremely important. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this new generator system? Do you like this type of event design? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this guide helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next breakdowns and strategies. Plan smart, play strategically. And I'll see you in the next video. Salute and friendship.